begin and dive straight into the Arden. Okay. Okay, so Arden is actually a Greek word, okay, meaning in Greek is to lift up high. Okay, what do I mean by lift up high for Arden? It is actually manifested in 3 different ways. All right. Firstly, okay, the site is elevated from Choa Chu Kang Road with a very good view of the surrounding. We will try our best to see when is the next slot or when the developer get the approval, right? We want to see whether we can arrange a another show flat viewing for you guys, so you guys can, because the show flat is actually at the actual site itself. You guys can see the site itself, see the show flat, you know, so that you guys can understand the area. Okay, the site itself is actually elevated from Choa Chu Kang Road with a very good view of the surrounding. Why do I say so? Okay, I'll explain to you further. So that's one, being elevated. Secondly, the development actually has a very high ceiling of 3.5 meters floor to floor. Remember this, floor to floor, floor to ceiling is 3.2 meters. I'll give you guys the cross-sectional breakdown later on as well. Being a 3.5 meters ceiling height, okay, this is actually very rare for any OCR project, and they are usually found in high-end condos only, okay? And thirdly, okay, it's actually for the upgraders of the surrounding HDBs to lift up their dream, okay, of moving into a luxurious and exclusive development. I wonder if you guys remember 1 year ago when we do our prospecting, actually one of our activities is to go door knocking in the surrounding vicinity, because there are a lot of HDBs that's going to MOP. 1 year on, some of them have already MOP. Some of them are going to MOP, like where our Gate Hong cluster, I think easily 10-20,000 units. And moving on even to Bukit Batok area, also easily another 10,000 units. I tell you, you'll be surprised of what's the price they are going for now. My agent actually sold a 4-room flat, 93 or 94 square meters next to Dulwich International School. 4-room flat, they transacted at 620,000. Can you imagine what's the capital upside, capital gain that they have? They can easily sell off and move, I mean, look at Arden, sell one, buy one, or perhaps, you know, with a good financial advice from the agents, you know, they can even consider sell one, buy two as well, right? Okay, so that will be one of our marketing activities, which we'll be planning out very soon, rolling out very soon once we get the approval. We'll send it to you guys very, very soon. Okay, so that being said, the 3 ways, I mean, the Arden being lifted up high, they are manifested in the 3 different ways as I mentioned just now. Okay. Okay, let me bring you guys to the location and the surrounding itself. Okay, let's look at this site area of Arden. We are actually only 200 meters away from Phoenix LRT. It is just across Choa Chu Kang Road. Okay. With that, it actually brings us and connecting us to Bukit Panjang MRT and also Choa Chu Kang MRT. Bukit Panjang MRT being the downtown line, we only take about, say, 20 minutes and we can reach Newton MRT, Newton Station. And from there, we can actually change to other downtown, other lines as well. And of course, Choa Chu Kang, which is the red line, okay, that brings us to the CBD, City Hall, Raffles City, etc. But don't forget, 1 year later, today, okay, we have an additional new line, which is the Jurong Regional Line, okay? That will actually brings us to our second CBD in Jurong Lake District. If you were to drive past Bukit Batok Road, okay, you'll see the constructions have already commenced. You can see the Jurong Regional Line is actually above ground. You can see along Bukit Batok Road, you can see that the construction is there already. The track is already up and coming over there. They should be up very, very soon as well. Okay, not just that's about the accessibility. We are also very short drive to KJE towards Bukit Timah and heading to town, or I can go by Clementi Road to Holland area as well. All this is just to town, probably also another 20 minutes drive thereabout via Bukit Timah Road. Okay, not just accessibility, we are also very close to 3 or perhaps 4 malls. Okay, being the closest proximity will be Hillion Mall, Junction 10, and Bukit Panjang Plaza. Hillion Mall being the newest mall, it is actually an integrated development by Sim Lian. Okay, Hillion Residences is right above. It is how do I put it? It is actually, when you go to Hillion Mall any time of the day, you can find a plenty of food over there. When you go down to the basement level, you see there are foods all around. Go to level 1, basement 1 and level 1, you have a lot of restaurants over there as well. Okay, and the NTUC is 24 hours, 24/7. Okay, it opens 24/7, 24 hours NTUC at Hillion Mall itself. And next, we will have Junction 10. A lot of people may think that Junction 10 is a something like a date town, you know, a date mall. Actually, it's not though. In recent years, it have actually been revamped into a enrichment mall, whereby a lot of parents actually bring their kids there for classes, and I'm one of them actually. So I used to wait around there. There's a cafe over there. There are some restaurants coming up there as well, you know. So if you want to do your, I don't know, are we able to do a Sheng Siong there? We never check the roadshow. Yeah. Actually, we are planning out a lot of road shows for you guys as well at the NTUC, you know, the kind of thing. So it's up and coming in the pipeline. So we'll let you guys know. It should be very exciting. Because over there at 10 Mall Junction, right, Junction 10, right, a lot of parents will always be hanging out over there. That could be one of your area that you want to target when you reach out to all the parents around the area as well. So Junction 10, that's one. The other one, Bukit Panjang Plaza, is the oldest, but one of the most happening mall over there as well, because whatever you want, you can get it there as well, because they have their popular, you have food, you have eateries over there, and it's managed by CapitaLand Mall also. Okay, and of course, within the radius, you'll see Lot 1 Mall as well, which is at Choa Chu Kang MRT. Okay, same thing, managed by CapitaLand Mall over there. They have their cinema over there at Lot 1 also. Okay. Okay, let me move on to the next slide. So as you can see, Arden, right, is actually located in a low-density landed enclave area. Okay, if you see the greenery flanking the back, it is actually part of MINDEF. So Phoenix Road actually service just the landed estate, the residents staying in the landed estate, and also Phoenix Residences, which was fully sold late last year, and now will be the Arden only, because you're pretty assured that the greenery at the back will remain, because all those lands belongs to MINDEF, and unlikely they will be redeveloped into any more residential housing. Okay, because they have a lot of underground activities for MINDEF lah, from what I know. Okay, so you're pretty assured over there. Okay, there will be no more. So the traffic there will not be that heavy coming up to Phoenix Road. Okay, so although coming back to the area, actually, even though Choa Chu Kang Road may be a very heavy traffic main trunk road, but honestly, when you are there driving up Phoenix Road, right, suddenly you will feel that the area becomes very quaint and tranquil. Especially, we did a video over at the park over there. You know, it's so peaceful. You only hear birds chirping, you know, that kind of thing. It's very different once you turn up to Phoenix Road. Have a feel when you're there at the actual site. Okay? So like I mentioned, on the eastern side, which is on the right-hand side, you will be facing towards the 3-story semi-D zoning. Okay, so the building height over there, probably at max, they can only build up to 3.5 story. So us being elevated later, I'll show you from the site plan, right? Actually, it's not really affecting us that much, but we are in a landed enclave, low density, quiet area. Okay, let me bring you guys now to the site planning area. Okay, Arden, we are actually sitting on 6,400 square meters of land area, about 65,000 square feet. Okay, plot ratio being 1.4 plot ratio. Okay, with total we have very limited number of units, only at 105. In fact, every unit type probably will only have 15 units. Only the 2-bedroom classic we probably have 30 units. Okay, later I'll show you guys the breakdown. So we really don't have many units available for you guys to sell. In fact, now in the group chat, with the number of people in the participant in this Zoom now, right? As long as one of you sell 1 unit, will be fully sold on day 1 already, actually. Okay. Next. Okay, parking lot, one-to-one parking lot. Okay, there is 3 handicap lot as well, and 28 bicycle lots, which I'll show you guys where are they located later on. Okay, all blocks are oriented north-south facing, so you do not worry about east-west. There's no east-west facing. Don't need to worry about morning sun. Don't need to worry about west sun. Okay, the west sun will be blocked off by the higher building blocks from Hillstar. The morning sun will be coming from the enclave landed side. Okay, and this project, it will be minimized internal roads. What do I mean by that? Now, you see, the main entrance is actually along Phoenix Road. Let me see whether I can get a pointer. Okay, so as we come in along from Phoenix Road up, okay, the guardhouse is right over here. Later, I'll show you a more clearer picture. There's only one ramp down that actually brings you to the basement level, which in turns, will lead you to your drop-off point of individual block. Okay, when I meant minimize internal roads, because most of the development nowadays, right, when you come in, you have one entire loop that goes around the entire development. This will actually, the minimized road, right, will actually give parents a peace of mind when kids are actually playing around at the pool, playing around at the playground, playing around at the lawn area, because I'm assured that there will be no cars driving around. So that's what we meant by minimize internal roads. Okay, there will be a separate service access. Okay, the service access is actually along Choa Chu Kang Road itself over here, which I will explain further later on into my presentation. Okay, maximize internal green area. That will be talking about the landscaping, which I will share on my second part as well. Segregate communal area, okay, is over here, which is the courtyard 4, which I'll also share with you guys on more perspective over there. Maximize units having a pool, landscape, and view. Okay, then towards the northern side, a lot of people will have a lot of concerns. Actually, if you ask me, in my own personal opinion, there is no bad unit or lousy facing unit in Arden. Okay, firstly, they're all north-south facing. Okay, and most of the units are either facing towards the landscape or the internal courtyards or towards the pool. Okay, towards the northern side, that's the most concern. The concern that most agents or most buyers would have is towards the LRT and Choa Chu Kang Road. Like I mentioned before, you know, before Arden is launched, before it's being teared down, previously it's actually it's a two-story shop house. You know, when I was staying there for a few years, early years lah, I didn't even notice that there is a vegetarian restaurant right at the elevated land at Arden, which is Arden's level 1 now, until someone told me about it, because I wouldn't know, because driving past Choa Chu Kang Road, unless I'm aware and I drive up there, then I will see. So what I'm trying to say here is that I actually have a good privacy from that Choa Chu Kang Road itself. That's one. Okay, with a good buffer of 50 meters away from the LRT line, being elevated. If you're there, you will see that the trees over there are very large. They are very big. They actually give a lot of shade in along the Choa Chu Kang Road. In fact, it gives a buffer blocking off the view towards the HDB and also to the LRT track line itself. When you're at level 1 of Arden, right, at block 2 is the one closest to the Choa Chu Kang Road, you will not be able to see the LRT line per se. Okay. And then towards the northern side, sorry, that's towards the northern side. Towards the southern side, we'll be facing towards the strata landed of Hillstar. Okay, but in between there will be some landscape, some greens that actually block off. So in order to clear the strata house, probably will be 4 stories up. Like I mentioned again, north-south facing. So towards the eastern side, we'll not have any units facing there, but we are towards the eastern side, we'll have the 3-story landed house. But as units are nearing, like for example, unit 73, 75, right? Because we are on an elevated ground. In fact, those units we will not be able to see them at all already. Okay. And towards our western side, which is our Hillstar, okay, which is about 18 to 19 meters away lah. Okay, so we will not have any units facing towards the direction. Okay, let me move on. So Arden, like I mentioned, it is 7.4 meters away, elevated from Choa Chu Kang Road, right, which is about 2-story elevation. Okay, full condo facilities. The only thing that we do not have is the tennis court. Okay, and you can see the architect have actually segregated this whole project into Court 1, Recreation Court 1, Recreation Court 2, and Recreation Count 3. Okay, so for Court 1, right, it's actually between Block 4 and Block 6. Okay, maybe let me write down. Okay, between Block 4 and Block 6, you have your poolside pavilion over here and your 30-meter lap pool. And between your Court 2, which is between Block 2 and Block 4, you have your gym, your courtyard, lawn area, and of course your kids pool as well. And for Court 3, which is a little bit unique, when I go through the landscape part, right, by EcoPlan, you understand that they actually separate this area, Court 3, into Court 3 and Court 4, because Court 3 is at level 1, Court 4 will actually be at the basement level. I'll explain to you further later on. Okay. Okay, so this is actually the facilities breakdown for Arden, okay, which I have roughly explained and gone through just now. But one thing I would like you guys to take note is that okay, so like I mentioned, if some buyers are asking you, they are very particular, although generally we are north-south facing, the development is of a slight tilt towards the eastern side as well. If buyers are particular, you can tell them we are about 16 degrees slight tilt off north. Okay, now not to go through for too much into the distance, but just to highlight, between Block 2 to Block 4, we have a buffer distance between blocks to blocks 12.5 meters to 14.2 meters. Same for between Block 4 and Block 6, 12.5 meters to 13.5 meters. But I would like to bring your attention to, on top of the elevation that we have from Choa Chu Kang Road, okay, we also have a good buffer distance of 20 meters to 29.6 meters from our first building block, Block 2, to Choa Chu Kang Road, okay. Why do I have to highlight that? Because this actually gives you additional buffer of the road noise from Choa Chu Kang Road itself, because a lot of people have that concern. So just want to address that. Okay, now I'm going to the access through the site. Okay, now will be the vehicular access. Okay, like I mentioned just now, along Choa Chu Kang Road, coming from Choa Chu Kang Road itself, turning left, up the slope towards Phoenix Road, you will reach your guardhouse. Okay, this will be your ingress and egress for the residents and also the visitors over there. Okay, and there are a lot of people asking previously, is there any entrance along Choa Chu Kang Road? There isn't any entrance. The road, the service road, the slip road over here is actually a service road whereby it's for contractors, because later when I show you inside, below it's their substation where the M&E does their servicing. It's mainly for contractors only. Okay. Then after coming in from the main entrance guardhouse, you turn right, you will be down the ramp and leading to your basement car park, when you can go down to your individual lift lobby of the individual blocks. Okay, for the service road, as you can see, okay, they are all the M&Es, the substation, they are all over there. Okay, bicycle lots is also over here. Okay, I'll show you in the next 2 slides. Okay, so this is for the pedestrian. We do have 2 side gates in Arden as well. The first side gate, which is located along Phoenix Road, okay, right next to the main entrance where the purple color or pink color dotted line demarks. Okay, coming in, you go to a level 1, and that actually brings you to your individual block, Block 6, Block 4, and Block 2 via level 1. Okay, then of course the blue color one is the roadside pathway surrounding Arden site itself. Second side gate will actually be along Choa Chu Kang Road, which is right next to the service road that I mentioned just now. Okay, so here you'll be coming in from the basement level, cutting through, you have a ramp that goes up, and you can, from basement level, you can actually access to your individual drop-off point of individual blocks from there. Okay, that's your second side gate. Okay, for cyclists, all right. So same thing, you're coming in from your second side gate over there, the green color path. Okay, why they want to bring cyclists over to that side? Because easier access. You come in, you can actually park your bicycle at the bicycle lot. There will be 28 bicycle lots provided over there. Of course, if you think that, hey, sometimes my bicycle I buy very expensive, I don't want to park over there where everybody can see or take, you know. You can actually push up the ramp and push it to the individual lift lobby and bring it up to your own unit for storage as well. Not an issue with that. Okay. Okay, and next, I will actually be going in depth into their building blocks. As you can see from here, okay, just want to indicate, because this will be the most common questions that a lot of agents and buyers will be asking. Hey, where's the lift shaft? Where's the stairwell? Where's the rubbish chute? And it's all demarcated over here. Okay, let's use block 6 as an example. NV staircase, what do I mean by that? NV staircase actually refers to natural ventilated staircase. It's not a bomb shelter kind. Why? Because later Jiaming will actually be going through the floor plan, whereby you will see every unit actually comes with a bomb shelter. Okay, to me, I feel that any unit that comes with a bomb shelter is actually a plus point. Why? Because if you notice, a lot of 1-2 bedrooms, if they do not come with a bomb shelter, meaning to say, I do not have any storage space. Right? Even for the 3-bedroom compact nowadays, also got no bomb shelter, means I got no storage space, you know. So sometimes having a bomb shelter is actually a good factor of having that. Okay, so here we do not have the stairwell, which is like a bomb shelter. It's naturally ventilated staircase. Okay, blue color demarks the 2 lift shafts that we have for every block. Okay, and the red color right opposite the lift shaft would actually be your refuse chute location. Okay. Okay, now I'll be coming to the unit distribution plan. So you can see, actually block 2, block 4, block 6, they are in fact same. I would say perhaps maybe block 4 and block 6, the orientation is the same. Block 2 is just a mirror image of block 4 and block 6 only. Okay, each block, every floor, we have 7 units. Okay, there's only 5-story high only. Okay, every block is similar with the same unit type. And let me go through with you guys. Where are they? I'll be using block 6 as an example. Okay, I only have 6 stacks of 2-bedroom classics, which is 2 bed, 1 bath. If I use block 6 as an example, stack 15, stack 21 will be my 2-bedroom classic. Okay, towards the southern side. And right opposite them, stack 18 is our 2-bedroom deluxe. This 2-bedroom deluxe will be our show flat layout. Okay, take note, 2-bedroom deluxe will be our show flat layout. Okay, and flanking, stack 16 and stack 20, that would actually be our 3-bedroom classic and the 3-bedroom plus study CoSpace. Okay, actually CoSpace is a trademark of 𝚀𝙸𝙽𝚃. Later Jiaming will also go through a little bit and touch on that. And our show flat will actually be showcasing to you our 4-bedroom study CoSpace, and you will understand better what do we mean by CoSpace. Okay, because it's a flexi room that you can have multiple usage for that. Okay, so stack 17 and stack 19 will be our 4-bedroom classic and our 4-bedroom plus study or CoSpace. Okay. Breakdown. Now you see, right? Actually, we only, for 2-bedroom classic, if I break it down, I only have 30 units of 2-bedroom classic. We do not have 1-bedroom over here. Okay, 2-bedroom deluxe, 3-bedroom classic, 3-bedroom plus study CoSpace, 4-bedroom classic, 4-bedroom plus study CoSpace. Individual unit type for this, other than the 2-bedroom classic, we only have 15 units per unit type. Okay, we have very limited units, honestly. Okay, so in order for you to have a better chance of closing, you know, I believe JMA should still be the same. We have Propnex and Hutton's, right? SRI, I think they are not involved. Okay, but looking at the agencies, I believe we might be a seller project in 1 day. also, be it for the bigger units, okay? So in order to increase your chance of getting a unit here, I know Chinese New Year is just over, the kind of thing, but over the weekend when you meet your friends, your relative, referral, clients, propose to them this project. The price, I believe it will sell for itself. Sometimes multi-generation family, they want to stay together, In fact, you may propose, hey, why don't you consider buying a bulk purchase, you can do it together, buy together, we can stay in the same development. That might not be a bad idea also, what I'm trying to say. You never propose, you never try, you never know, okay? Going for multiple purchase will actually increase your chance of closing, okay? Rather than if you have 10 LOA for 10 two-bedroom classic, your chances of closing might be actually lower as compared to multiple purchase. Okay, so back again, we have very, very limited unit, okay, for you to push out. Okay, now next, I just want to highlight also the high ceiling for the Arden that the developer is providing you guys. 3.5 meters, take note, is floor to floor. Later, I'll show you the cross-sectional view. What do I mean by floor to floor is to the concrete floor, but to floor to ceiling is actually 3.2 meters. Okay, so with this high ceiling, right, it actually allows development to be, it feels more luxurious, exclusive, and actually have a better view towards the outside. Okay, and this high ceiling, right, actually allow the unit to feel bigger. Actually, if you guys have seen any high ceiling units, it makes the whole place looks bigger. It makes the whole unit feels very grand as you enter into the unit itself. Okay, so this is the cross-sectional area view. When I say 3.5 meters floor to floor, it's actually up to the concrete itself. Floor to ceiling, which is up to the false ceiling area, 3.2 meters, which is still very decent because a HDB probably we're looking at about 2.6, 2.7, thereabout. A typical condo, maybe you're looking at about 2.9. This additional 300 mm will actually makes a lot of difference. Okay. Even the sliding panel, okay, is to the bulkhead, sorry, okay, it's 2.9 meters, and the sliding panel is up to 2.4 meters before you head out to your balcony. All right, this is a cross-sectional view. Oh yeah, we would have the differentiation for your clients to feel when you're at a show flat, because developer wants to showcase the different in ceiling height, right? They actually demarcates the HDB ceiling height, the typical condo ceiling height, and Arden ceiling height, so you can actually have a feel. That's actually the tunnel before we head into the two show flat area, if I recall. Okay. Okay, I will not be going too in-depth into the individual ceiling height of different areas in a particular unit, but I would like to bring your attention to the penthouse. Okay, the penthouse floor to ceiling is 4.6 meters, and they are strata chargeable. Okay, only in the living dining area only. 4.6 meters. Actually, with this 4.6 meters, right, some people ask, hey, can we do a loft? Yes, for sure, you can do a loft up to 5 square meters. Of course, if you want to do anything bigger or you want to feel safer, you can always submit your approval to URA to get an approval for the loft. If not, within 5 square meters should not be an issue. There's different thoughts of it also, because sometimes if I were to do the loft, yes, I increase my area, but that makes my unit looks a bit smaller. Sometimes the purpose of buying a high ceiling is I want to have the grand feel when I come into the unit. You know, when your guests come in, they will feel, wow, the wow factor, you know what I mean? Okay, let me now go into the facade of the Arden. Okay, so for the facade, right, the architect had implemented a very modern and classical theme for the Arden. They do have clean lines like we see from the windows. They are very well proportioned and timeless elegance. This will actually give a very everlasting feel for this development. It will last you throughout maybe 10-15 years, because as you see some developments, right, they can be very dated, outdated as time passes. Okay, this is very classical, modern classical theme. Okay, and with that, I actually completed my architect portion, and now I'm going to my part 2 of the presentation, which is the landscaping. Okay, landscape is actually by EcoPlan. Okay, landscape for Arden will be by EcoPlan. Qian have been working with EcoPlan for the last 3 projects. I think they did for J.Scape, they are doing for Foret, and now they're doing for Arden. J.Scape have already TOP. If you have any units there, you can feel free to take a look. The landscaping is done by EcoPlan. Okay. You can go and have a look, have a feel. What is the landscaping usually like? It's quite grand, quite nice. Okay, so everyone should be very familiar with their work, and they have never failed to impress us with their work per se. Okay. So for Arden, right, how they will be bringing out the tonality, the character of this development will be by the three following statements actually. Of course, firstly will be the modern classical. Secondly will be everlasting. Third will be their mood, tone, and the material used to bring out the entire feel of the Arden. Now, on top of the 3 statements above, right, they have also gathered. There are also another 3 interesting features which Arden can offer also, which you will not be able to find in other smaller scale developments. I do not really wish to use the word boutique, but we are only 105 units, you know, we are not a very big development. But if you look at what I've presented so far, it is really different from a lot of boutique developments. Okay, why do I say so? Now, they do have a very impressive arrival experience. Okay, because most of the time when you go to a small developments, once you enter the guardhouse, sometimes they do not even have a guard. Okay, we do have a guardhouse over here. Sometimes they do have a guard. Once you enter the guardhouse, what you see, you will reach the tower itself. Usually it's just one single tower. You do not have like a nice drive-through, you know, leading to your lobby, a nice landscaping surrounding the entire development, right? I will show you further later what EcoPlan have done. Okay. Then second, we do have an elevated deck effect. Like I mentioned, we are actually elevated 7.4 meters from Choa Chu Kang Road, right? It will actually not only give us a buffer, it will give us a buffer away from the road noise. It will also allow us to have a better view of the surrounding treetop and the greenery views. Like I mentioned just now, along Choa Chu Kang Road, the trees are very large, they are huge. You know, you don't really see much of the LRT track, you don't see much of the HDB across the road at all. Okay, and thirdly, you will actually have a exclusive and intimated courtyard. Okay, as you can see from the pictures, right, the 3 blocks are actually north-south oriented, as I mentioned in the previous slide, which is a very modern and classical development layout. All right, and then while you can also see the land profile over here. Okay, the land profile over here, which is giving you a very nice angle, tapering upwards, okay, basically giving you a 270 degrees of greens over the elevated platform. This is per se towards block 2, those units that are facing towards Choa Chu Kang Road, okay. And somehow the 3 towers actually subdivided the courtyard into 4 different sectors. Do you remember just now I mentioned architect, they actually separate into 3 areas, but EcoPlan, they are separated into 4 different areas, which I'll bring to you guys later on and explain further. Okay. Okay, this slide, you can see, do you guys remember this driveway is actually very similar to what we have in Foret, you know? Jiaming did mention about this driveway, how luxurious, how nice, you know, this driveway can be, you know, okay. The residents can actually have a different experience, I would say, driving in and out of the development with the foliage, okay, of the greeneries shadowing over you, which is very unique. And I would say not many developments actually have that, let alone a smaller scale developments of 105 units. Okay, so in Arden, as you drive in, okay, you will experience a very nice curtain green wall on your left. Okay, coming in from the guardhouse itself. On the left, you have a very nice green wall. Okay, and on the right, you have a tree canopy surrounding you as well as you drive towards the basement, driving down towards the basement. This actually allows one to have a landed drive-through feel, you know, and also a bit of a resort feel, as you drive along this driveway, being going in to the development, coming home for a tiring day, or leaving the development to start your day. Okay. And now I'm going to touch more on the mood and the tone for Arden. Okay. So the mood and the tone for this project, right, is to portray a very luxury and everlasting product. So for the color tonality, developer actually choose a very nice and contrasting color, expressing in a very clean and manner looking white and tinge of timber trims, something like that over here. Okay, as you can see from the designing perspective, okay, we can see some textures of the stone on the second picture, okay, coming in together with a timber contrast, and you see on the fourth perspective right at the corner, okay, to make the white element more downplay, where the stone element can boost up the whole theme of the project. Okay. And next we come to the landscaping portion. Okay, as for the landscape and plantation, it would be a very manicure, easy to maintain, everlasting. Okay, the concept of the green is to have a more evergreen, okay, nice contrast of the evergreen colors, whereby they'll be using more of a dark green, light green, olive green to portray out in this whole development, and together with a very nice white background colors. Later you'll see in the facade, because the facade is white background, and they'll be using the trees to actually bring the essence out of it. Okay. And so it is a very clean, okay, especially, yeah, so something similar like what you see in this perspective over here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and now I'll be coming on to the site plan of the Arden itself. Just now I did mention, right, instead of the 3 courtyard, eco-plan will be segregating this into 4 different courtyard. Okay. So the first one, let me draw it out for you guys. Courtyard 1 over here. Courtyard 2 over here. Courtyard 3 is actually at level 1 over here. And where's courtyard 4? Let me change the color. Courtyard 4 is actually at the basement level over, sorry. Okay, never mind, just leave it. Okay, basement level over here. Okay, so courtyard 1, you will see you have the pavilions, the poolside pavilion, your 30-meter lap pool, and also your pool deck. And for your courtyard 2, you will have your gym, your kids pool, lawn area, family cove, and courtyard 3. Now, what I would like to highlight to you in courtyard 3 is because courtyard 3, right, this is actually like what we so-called a 𝚀𝙸𝙽. Okay. It is very, the units here, right, units facing here will be very exclusive because it is on the elevated ground of the development, and you will expect little or perhaps nobody to be walking through the landscape area unless I'm staying over there. Okay, if not, unlikely any residents will be going over there. Okay, being elevated 7.4 meters from 𝚀𝙸𝙽𝚗 Road itself, you actually enjoy the nice greenery and treetop views over here. Okay, and let me bring you to courtyard 4, which is the demarcated in blue. Okay, it's actually sunken below, where both your function rooms are, your playground, fitness corner, and your play lawn are situated. This area will be where activities are more a little noisier, okay, and more family oriented, away from the main developments inside area, okay, and not disturbing other residences while you are having fun in courtyard 4. Okay, it's at the basement level. So let me draw out where it's courtyard 3 and courtyard 4. If you are standing at courtyard 3, this is level 1. Okay, over here, this is level 1, very exclusive, 𝚀𝙸𝙽. You only residents staying here, most likely you'll be walking there. If not, no one will be walking over there. And courtyard 4 is at basement level, which is road level of 𝚀𝙸𝙽𝚗 Road. Okay, so it's actually 2 different levels over here. All right. Okay. Then, okay, this is the next perspective whereby you will see the view of the lap pool in courtyard 1R. We can actually see the nice feature trees going up. Can you see the trees? There's my highlighter. Okay, so this is the trees. Okay, like I mentioned to you just now, the tonality, the mood, the theme that they'll be using. Okay, the trees going up against the white building background with some timber trims at the side. Okay. And next, I'll show you the perspective of courtyard number 2, where you can see the gym at the background, okay, of the verdant courtyard with a nice water feature flowing through, okay. And of course, this is another perspective of courtyard 2 from the family cove area. This is actually a kids pool, bubble kids pool area, okay. So with that, I will actually be ending my presentation on the architect and also by EcoPlan, the landscaping portion. Okay, I would also like to take this opportunity to emphasize a little bit, although Arden may be a small scale development with only 105 units, but 菁建 is not trying to have anything flashy for the Arden, but it's more of a solid and grounded project, okay, to portray the modern and classical feel for Arden. All right, so with that, I will actually be handing over to Jia-Ming, whereby he will be touching more on the unit layout, okay, the floor plan, and also the interior design of Arden. Okay, so let me hand over to Jia-Ming now.
Sorry, I'm taking coffee order now.
Hey, I don't. Hey guys, I don't think my presentation is that boring that you need to order coffee now.
No, I need coffee. Okay. No, so thanks, guys, and welcome back. So maybe just to have an understanding, because you all hear me sell koyo many times today, I just don't want to over koyo you all. No lah, I'm kidding. Just that I want to check who here raise of hand, just type 1 who here has attended this brief, although a bit different okay, who here have attended this brief before? Please type a 1 in the chat, please. One. Vicky, Michael, Jacqueline. Okay. Okay, good. At least I have an understanding because 0. Thanks, Nikki. Thanks for telling me that you have never attended this before. Okay. Now, I just wanted to maybe just to share that although the brief has been done before, but I'm trying to add a bit more of a fresher perspective, right? Because everyone learn new things over this year. I also learn new things. Okay, 1 year now, yeah, right. So okay, now before maybe, okay, rather than to just to tell you the floor plan and all this and all the layouts, right? Maybe I'll just have a different approach. Maybe how about me trying to tell you all how I would sell the floor plan and how I would actually approach this project with my leads and make them excited and attracted to want to come. Who here wants to listen to this? If you want, please press a 2 in the chat. 2, do I have 2? Yes, thank you. Okay, Ken, I get a message. Thank you. At least I'm very hyped up already. I want to sell. I want to teach you how to sell, how I sell huh? Okay, now, but of course, let's move on to the floor plan first. Okay, so now I think many of you would have known that Arden would be one of the most attractively priced. We don't use the word cheap lah. Cheap is no good. We are the most attractively priced in the whole, I think in the whole of Singapore for 2023. And even if we increase price last year, we still will be the most attractive. But most attractive, we don't want to confuse it with being the cheap, right? As what I mentioned. So how actually I would actually bring across to people. Now, before I actually send you, I share you the floor plans and talk to you about floor plans, right? This is real experience. I was sharing with, I was actually talking to some of my leads and my relatives. So I asked them, hey, do y'all, I told them this is the most attractively priced one, okay, in Singapore. Okay, I never tell them the price. I don't tell them the price first, okay. So they asked me, oh, so this project is very attractive, near to MRT. So near to MRT is good, near to mall is good. Okay, then the next thing I tell them, okay, have you all seen projects? Okay, now come with me. Now I'm going to ask you some questions, okay, and you're going to type some answers, okay, inside the chat. So stay with me. Okay, I asked them now, Mr. Buyer or Mr. Client, have you all seen 𝚬𝚤𝚗? Now, have you seen 𝚬𝚤𝚗 before? Now, for those inside here, if you have seen 𝚬𝚤𝚗 before, please put a 3 in the chat. 3, 𝚬𝚤𝚗, 3. 𝚬𝚤𝚗. Okay, very good, very good. You all have a lot of you have seen 𝚬𝚤𝚗 before. That's very good. Now, I also asked them one more thing is, very good, 𝚬𝚤𝚗. How about, have you all seen before this project called Perfect 10? For those who have seen Perfect 10 before, please put a 4 in the chat. 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, very good. Now, you get my drift. Both 𝚬𝚤𝚗 and Perfect 10, 𝚬𝚤𝚗 is in District 9, right? Perfect 10 is in District 10, right? Okay, thanks Jacqueline, thanks for promoting. Okay, you can actually sing Arden to, if you can sing Arden to Perfect 10, I'm not going to stop you. Okay, but anyway, so what I'm trying to imply is, actually I tell them a lot of other projects. I tell them, oh, have you seen Boulevard 88? Have you seen this Parkview Eclair? I throw a lot of high-end names outside. Okay, so a lot of them have seen, yes. Wow, those high-end. So now, can any one of you here tell me what is one common thing that I was trying to infer to in these high-end properties? Anyone? Okay, I just tell you the answer. The answer is high ceilings. All these properties, right, all have high ceilings. That also includes your, say, your what's that? The CDL one in Novel 18. Yeah, Novel 18, correct. Novel 18 got also high ceiling. So the whole idea is we anchor their brain, okay, their brain to high end. All high ceiling, high end, high ceiling, high end, high ceiling, high end. So now their brain very anchored there already. Then I will actually bring across to them. Do you know actually, right, okay, in this part of Singapore, okay, there's actually this project that will give you a very similar feeling, because you know when you buy a lot of projects, they will provide you 2.8 meters ceiling height, 2.8 plus meter. Now the reason is because most of them are using precast. Precast means there's a certain limit that you can actually do your ceiling height, and hence that's why 2.8 plus. But Arden is not precast, and Arden is actually en bloc site, so you can build more higher in terms of ceiling height, and that's why the whole volumetric space is very important. It gives you that feel, it gives a bigger feel. When it's higher ceiling, the space feels bigger. So of course I asked this question to them, say, would you like to actually get more space, not just horizontally flat, but also vertically, you get more space, but paying much lesser money? I think the answer is yes, right? So the whole trick to this is you want them to say yes to you. So when they say yes, okay, I say, come, let me show you the floor plans. All right, so now we move on to floor plans. All right, so now Arden, I think what our fight is that while people will spend I think maybe the lowest price this year, 900,000+ for 1 bedroom, $1 million+. $1 million+, that's my estimation, okay, not my estimation, okay, gets us a 2-bedroom that is near to MRT and shopping malls. I think that's very attractive. Okay, not just 2 bedrooms, and you get a storage place to throw your junk, to place your mahjong table inside. How rare, right? Because now most 2 bedrooms will not have a space for you to put such stuff, not let alone 1 bedroom. So 2 bedrooms, 1-point-something million, near to MRT station, high ceiling height, greenery feel. That's the whole thing you throw in already, people like. So when I say this, then I take out the floor plan. I show them, hey, look, the floor plan is very nice. Now, remember this one very important thing. If today the person is not conditioned to listen to you, they will not be able to absorb. But if the person is conditioned to listen to you, everything you say turns to gold. Okay, remember this point. Very, very important. So now, floor plan, 2-bedroom. So 2-bedroom, our size is a very respectable 657 square feet. Now, but of course, with a lot of people, because I think a lot of us here, some of us here are quite experienced, whereas I believe there are some newer agents around who might not be very proficient at reading the floor plan. So let me go through this. So of course, coming in, right, what I actually like about this whole entire floor plan is, right, as many of you know, this is the very sexy term is called dumbbell layout, right? Everyone knows that this is a dumbbell layout because you have one long line in the middle and you have two rooms at the side. Okay, but what is special about this particular layout is, like, I like the fact that the foyer, when you come in, it is a 1.5 meter entrance. Okay, this whole foyer, when you walk in, is a 1.5 meter entrance. Walking into the kitchen, okay, and then of course straight away to the master bath. Now, do you know that these are things that you need to take note? Like even the master bath, even the bathroom that is right beside the entrance, it's very good to sell. Do you all know? All right, because you know why? You come back from outside, your leg is clean or dirty. Dirty, right? Is it practical to have the bathroom very near to the entrance? I'm sure I don't have to ask you all to say yes or no. I'm sure you all agree. So having the bath there to wash your feet, to come in, okay, that is a very, very thoughtful design done by the architect. So of course, as you come in here, what you actually get is a very, very squarish living room. Okay, and then that leads you up to the balcony. Now, of course, for the balcony, I think we did some measurements. If you were to put your dining table outside, and of course, subjected to MCST approval, you can actually put like a zip track, okay, to cover. That will be your dining area outside, and you have a very nice big living and a dining area. Okay, so this is what I like to sell about the 2-bedroom. All right, of course, for the master rooms and the common rooms. Now, usually common rooms are always the part that has a lot of people have some concern, whether it's a bit too small, some of them concerned. So that's why I will urge everyone to take note of the size of the common rooms well. What I mean by size? It's not the size of 3 by what meters. It's not by how many square meters. It's by your exact length and breadth. The reason why is because today, if you tell them 9 square meters means nothing, okay, if you cannot put in your furniture properly. But in this case, I remember I did the measurements for the Arden bedrooms. From the wall to the wall, the usable space is approximately 3.2 meters, 3.1 plus almost 3.2. And for the width, is about 2.7. Now, why is this important? Most cabinetry, most wardrobes you see here, right, are 0.6 to 0.65 meters. In this case, Arden, I think it's 0.6 meters. So if you take 3.2 minus 0.6, you have 2.6 meters for the rest of your furniture here. Now, most people would put a single bed or a super single, which is about, super single bed is 1.1 meters. So you take 2.6 minus 1.1, you get 1.5, okay? So, and hence in the middle, you have 1.5 meter of space, which is actually big enough. So that's why I urge everyone to be able to remember all these figures. Now, I'm not going to repeat the rest for the other stuff, but one more thing I can actually highlight to you is for the wall-to-wall distance for the living room. Okay, for the living room, the sofa and this one is 2.8 meters. Now, what does 2.8 meters means? If you go to Harvey Norman, you go to Best & Key, you see the recommendation for 2.8 meters okay, of TV is 65 inch. You can put a 65-inch TV, right? Okay, at 2.8 meters away. So when you actually tell people you can put a 65-inch TV in the living room, what does that sound to the buyer? It's big, right? So you don't have to tell the client that the living room is big. You just have to tell them you can put 65-inch TV based on the recommendation of Best & Key and Harvey Norman. Naturally, they will feel that it's big. Okay, so this is the way I would actually sell floor plan. Right, so this is the 657. Okay, this is the first one. I'm not going to delve too long into this one. I'm going to go to the next one. The next one, okay, so of course, for those which are looking at the penthouses, there's a size difference. And mainly it's actually only in the living room. If you see the cross out square here, this is where you actually have a high ceiling, and this will be added into your living room space. Okay, clear. Let me see the size. Okay, the size, sorry, 753 square feet because you have a high ceiling. Okay, 9 square meters. Now, when you come into the show flat, you actually see this is the exact layout that you will see. This is the very popular 2-bedroom. Now, I would think that in my experiences in the market, this is one of a very, very extremely rare layout. And you will not see this layout in any other place. And for the size of 721 square feet, okay, what you see here essentially is a one development, one layout with a very small balcony and a very big living room and a dining. Right, so this is something that when I showed to clients, right, a lot of them felt that this was a very, very interesting because first of all, Qingjian is well known for trying to push kitchens to have windows in the kitchen because they know that most 1 and 2 bedrooms in the market, small units market, do not have a kitchen do not have the windows in the kitchen, and hence that's why they're trying to do. Now, when you have a window in the kitchen, one good thing you can have also is to have a gas stove. So for this layout, the stove is a gas stove. Now, the balcony is accessible through your living room and your kitchen, which makes it the ideal place for me to maybe put an outdoor seating area to have my meals, okay, outdoor at the balcony, something that is very, very useful. Not forgetting the fact that they also have a nice home shelter for you to store stuff, to chuck in all your barang-barang. And of course, over to here, the bedrooms are actually similar to the other layout of the 2 bedrooms. The sizes are very, very similar as well. Now, I want to bring your attention towards the bathroom. Maybe can I have a raise of hands here? How many of you here have objection that the bathroom has no windows? Can you type a 5 in the chat? How many of you gonna this objection before? Okay, thanks. So thanks for your inputs. Okay, so now let me tell you how I actually handle this objection, shall I? Okay, this one is. Okay, let me tell you. So now I understand that a lot of people feel that bathroom have window is good because the bathroom, what will happen? They will ventilate. But I will actually ask the client, Mr. Client, okay, maybe can I check with you a few things? Now, today, if you do your business, okay, your business in the toilet bowl, you sit down and you do your business, right? So everything dirty comes out in the toilet bowl. So the air will be dirty. If you have a window, in the bathroom, right, the air blows in or blows out? Can someone tell me the air blows in or blows out? If you have a bun, okay, blows in. Jacqueline said in. In. Okay, in. Okay, so then blows in. Thank you for your inputs. Now, if the bad air blows in, the air blows in with the germs and everything inside, right? Okay, will the germs stay inside or go out? Stay in, right? Okay. Unless toilet got fan to blow out, right? Okay, correct, Michael. I'm coming to that one. So when it goes in, if you leave your toilet door open, the bad air, all the germ, all the bacteria, all the dirty stuff blow into your bedroom, you know, right? So not so good, right? So now, if you have a ventilator fan, right? A ventilator fan, okay, the bad air with ventilation, okay, the ventilator fan, okay, goes in or go out? Out. Okay, correct, out. So the bad air goes out. So that's why actually you realize that all the high-end hotels, okay, all the very high-end hotels in Singapore, all their bathrooms, right, all install ventilation fans, right? You never see a hotel, right, having their bathroom facing out because actually it's more efficient to have the fans sucking the air out. Okay, so this is how I would actually tell, and then, you know, to kind of like let the clients know that actually this is actually a better design than that. Okay, but please note, your 3 bedrooms got window one. If the client want to see 3 bedroom, please do not tell that to them. Okay, so please aga on this one. All right, so for the 2 bedroom, okay, this is what I want to share with you on this one. This will be the layout that you will see in your show flat. Okay, along with the high ceiling. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Now, I will come to the renovation aspects of this later, which I will teach you how to sell also. So next one. Okay, so same thing. Okay, so this just to tell you that the X on top here, right? Okay, the X on top is actually the high ceiling that you will enjoy if you get the top floor unit. So now we go to the 3-bedroom. Now, the 3-bedroom is something that when I first saw, it reminded me of a very unique layout when I once saw in Urban Treasures. Urban Treasures is a development in the east, freehold. We used to market. Very, very interesting project to me because when it launched, I managed to sell quite a few units. So I felt that it was a good design. Now, what is special about this is, of course, other than the fact that while most 3-bedroom compact or smaller 3-bedrooms do not have a storage area, we have a storage area at the front here. But if you realize that, right, what they were trying to do is to actually make the space feel much bigger than it is. Now, let me explain to you why is it much bigger. If you look at this layout, rather than to have the whole dining and the living together, they separated the dining area towards the back with a windows by the side here. Okay, but having the kitchen by the side on this side. Now, I don't know if you have remembered, I know some of you might have seen Mayor Mansion. Mayor Mansion. Okay. Now, I believe most of you here, or some of you here might have seen Mayor Mansion. The smaller 3-bedroom at about 1,000+ square feet. Does it feel big or not? Does it feel bigger? The living room, does it feel very spacious? Okay, I see both my colleagues here nodding their head, so I presume that, okay, it does feel bigger. So, okay, the why they actually feel bigger without making a bigger space is because they actually amalgamate the open kitchen into the living room. But of course, for that layout, right, in the Mayor Mansion, the kitchen is just open kitchen, there's no window. Of course, for Arden, what we have is to actually do an open kitchen concept, but with a collapsible door by the side to make it an enclosed kitchen, and to have a window by the side here. Hence, right, okay, this layout, you will feel that the whole living and the dining area is very, very comfortable and spacious. Now, with a wall-to-wall of 3 meters, if you go to, same thing, go Harvey Norman, 3 meters, they say 75, can put up to 75. But honestly, I feel that 75 is too 夸张 for a 3-meter wall-to-wall. The balcony is actually generally smaller than your olden day balcony, so it's a good space, don't waste much space. And then your 3 bedrooms would be very similar to what we have discussed just now in the 2 bedrooms. Okay, and hence that's why this small 3 bedroom at probably, in my opinion, about 1.7+ million is something that you will not be able to find. You can find $1.7+ million 3 bedrooms maybe in other developments, but you will not be able to find one that will have storage area, that will have space that feels bigger than normal, and a 3.2 ceiling height. Now, let me teach you one more thing to sell. Okay, I love to sell. How many of you are, okay, kena this problem of aircon latch too big? Can you put a 6 in the chat? Aircon latch too big. Every time you go and sell project, they say, wow, aircon latch very big. No good. Put a 6 in the chat. Okay, thank you. Okay, I get the drift. Okay, some of you kena, some of you shy about it. Okay, because I always kena. Now, whole idea is to shift their attention. Right, how to shift their attention? Let me teach you. Now, do you see the aircon latch over here at the master bath, right outside the master bath? Okay, and the aircon latch. Okay, I use this one first. I use this one first. Okay, now, why is the aircon latch very good? Okay, it is useful to be placed there. It's because when you sleep at night, okay, sorry, when you bathroom must keep dry, right? Okay, so you come back and shower, you shower already, then bathroom is wet, right? The only way you keep dry is you take a cloth and you go and wipe. Okay, answer is no. The aircon latch is strategically and beautifully and thoughtfully designed right outside your master bath, so that when you actually take a bath, at night you sleep in your master room, you sleep, right? Will you on aircon? You on aircon, right? So on aircon, what will happen? Hot air, right? Hot air, what is do? Dry the bathroom, no? Right? So isn't that a perfect design that is very thoughtfully designed? Don't say perfect, I say thoughtfully designed for the bathrooms. Right? And hence that's why when you actually place this across, right, people generally negate the negativity. They only focus on the positivity. This is salesmanship. This is the way that you want to be able to pitch to your clients. So taggers out there, please remember, you need to know how to focus on positivity. Very, very, very important. Okay, so now you know, so I teach you a few things already. Okay, now we move on. So this is the 3-bedroom with the high ceiling, okay, over here at the living room. I'm not going to go through too much. Now, I'm going to move on to the 3+ study. So 3+ study at 1109 square feet. Most 1109 square feet or 1000 plus square feet in the market, please go and do some research. Okay? You will realize that they will either have a storeroom or a plus study or just a utility room, right? But for us, what we actually have is a study, okay, and a home shelter. So you can house your maid and still have storage at the side. I think this is very, very wonderful, right? Because most other layouts cannot, okay, house a maid and have a study room at 1109 square feet, because most of them will actually be beyond or nearer to 1002 square feet, which you have to pay more. Now, for this layout wise, same thing, other than all the aircon latch by the master rooms, very similar to the 3-bedroom, but this is what Ian has mentioned just now as the co-living. So you're not calling co-space, co-space. Okay, co-space is the wall here. So in short, what is co-space? Means flexible, right? If today you want the developer to build this space here, okay, they will actually build this study, got aircon one. Okay, but of course, if your client feels that the space is you don't need to have this extra room here, you can actually request them to take out this space, okay, and becomes open living room. Now, how big is the living room? Now, this wall-to-wall space, okay, for this entire space is it's a 3 meters wall-to-wall space for the living room. Now, for this study is 1.5. So 1.5 meters. So it will become a 4.5 meters deep wide living room times another 4.5. So this is actually a very nice squarish and big living room. Something that you cannot get in lot spaces at 1109 square feet. And if you ask me to guess the pricing, I would think it's nearer to about 1.9. Very, very hard to get this out space for about 1.9 plus $1 million. So of course, with the kitchen, same thing, that's actually a semi-enclosed kitchen. It gives you the flexibility of space and functionality if you close up the kitchen. Okay, now, of course, thin walls can hack. Answer is this is not a PPVC project, so and hence I would think that you can hack, but definitely please check with the ICs or DDs, okay, so that we can actually verify that the walls can hack. Okay, can join study room to bedroom. We can actually put up the developer. Of course, anything is possible. We can actually check with them. Okay, Nikki. Okay, now going to move on to the next one. So this will be the high ceiling one. So I'm not going to go through it. I'm going to move on to the smaller 4-bedroom. What I like about the smaller 4-bedroom is while a lot of designs when they design a 4-bedroom in this form, right, they actually design a smaller foyer. That means a lesser space. Straight away, you come into a door and come in. But if you go to high-end projects, high-end developments, okay, a lot of them prefer to have a privacy foyer before leading to the living room. Why? Because maybe rich people scared. They scared someone come in and murder them, so they don't like to see the door one. Okay, I'm kidding, I'm just joking. But that is how a lot of things are being designed in the higher end properties, where they come in to have a privacy foyer before they go into a living room. Now, while the wall-to-wall distance in the dining area is 3 meters, you realize that this whole space here is actually bigger. Okay, the wall-to-wall distance, if I measured correctly, that time was 3.4 meters wall-to-wall. 3.4, definitely you can put a 75-inch TV, no problem. Okay, for the 4 bedrooms. Now, kitchens and the home shelter, the kitchen is actually tucked neatly at the back together with an extra WC here. So, of course, if you have a helper and you can make that a dedicated toilet for her. Now, the 4 bedrooms that you actually see here, okay, would be actually a little bit similar to what you see in the show flat. Okay, similar, but not totally the same, which I will point out to you later. Same thing, I love the fact that I have the aircon latch right outside my bathroom, which will help to ventilate and air my bathroom at night. So I'm not going to go too much with this. Same thing, high ceiling for this one. Lastly, the behemoth of the most beautiful, the masterpiece, the one that everyone goes in and say, wow, together with the high ceiling. This is a very, very impactful layout. Once you go wait and see. Now, in the show flat itself, right, they have managed to put an 8-seater dining table over here. This is a 6, but they have managed to put an 8 beautifully. And of course, in the living room in the show flat, they took down the walls. Okay, forming this whole living space, right? This wall to wall is actually a 3.6 meters plus a 1.5. This is a 5.4 wall to wall distance. Now, while most other show flats, right, will have to put their sofa, okay, and their dining table at the back. No, ours is a full L-shaped one. So for those who have visited 𝚀𝙸𝙽𝚾, of course, if you bring your clients to 𝚀𝙸𝙽𝚾, they go and see the 4-bedroom, super-sized 4-bedroom one. They see they love the L-shaped layout, right? But of course, their pocket don't have $4 million. No problem. You bring them to Arden. I think this one $2 million can buy already. 50% discount. You get the same feeling, okay? But lesser, okay? Lesser feel. And with a high ceiling, okay? Good, right? Okay, we are very value for money, not just in the horizontal, but volumetric as well. Okay, we cover all angles. All right, hence that's why for this layout wise, the L-shaped super size living room is very beautiful with the 3.2 meter ceiling. Together, they actually take down the 2 bedrooms to become 1 big bedroom. Okay, and where else do you see a 3 meters walk-in wardrobe over the side on this for only $2+ million? Right, very, very, very rare. Now, there are not a lot of such units in the development. In fact, we only have 15 minus high ceiling ones. Take it 12 lah. 12 typical units. Okay, so please do not miss out. A lot of people are asking about this layout. So now don't make the same mistake as trying to say that, oh, the big unit, the PSF will be cheaper than the small unit. No, everything is based on demand. If there is a bigger demand, I give you a classic example. For those who are at 4th Avenue Residences launch, okay, 4th Avenue Residences launched the 4 bedrooms, higher PSF than anything else. But the 4 bedrooms were the one that sold faster than anything else. Hence, that's why the 1389 square feet, this 4 bedroom, right? Okay, I believe there will be a lot of people who are looking for it. Okay, please do not quote too low a PSF. I know the next question you're going to fly to me is how much to quote, right? Don't worry, I will come to that. All right, my own Jiang personal guess. Okay. High ceiling. Okay, for this. Okay, so the high ceiling for this is a bit special. They go through the dining and the living and not going through the study area. Same thing. It has a CoSpace. So the CoSpace here is the wall here. So you can actually choose to take down or not. Okay, so this is just the CoSpace. I'm not going to run to a CoSpace because I have 不知不觉 talk for very long already as usual. I'm sorry, I have overshot every time. Anyway, so this is what you see inside. But this is the floor plan they actually did for the 4 bedroom in the show flat. So I'm not going to go through too much on this one. So these are all the selling points, the summary. Okay, I'm just going to quickly run through. Of course, the Arden being near to your Bukit Panjang MRT. Okay, if you have seen last year, I took a stroll, agent speed stroll. It took me 6.5 minutes to reach the MRT station. Okay, but I'm just being very honest. It is a stroll. I didn't walk very fast. Okay, 6.5 minutes to the MRT station. Entrance of the MRT station. 7.5 minutes to the station control. Okay, that is the speed I really walk at. Low density, because I think Singapore is a very hurried area. We should get a lot of buildings all around. We just don't want to feel so hurried and claustrophobic. So I like the fact that Arden is located within a low development density zone. Still quite near to staff because sometimes all the atas area want to find one kopitiam also very difficult, but this one not so hard. Right? So on the elevated plane means you are higher up than the rest, higher up. Now, of course, in site planning, exclusive development, not too small, not too big, 105 residential units. It has direct access to Choa Chu Kang Road for those people who wants to take the bus. And most of the units will help you negate any west sun concerns. And floor to floor height is beautiful. Of course, the whole glass window panels, Arden carries the big picture frame, which is essentially expensive glass. Because the bigger it is, the more expensive it is. Right, big picture frame glass windows. And let me see. Generally, what I want to highlight is the Arden at its size will feel more spacious than what you have in the market. Okay, this is something that I think I can actually tell my opening statement. Do you want to pay lesser to get more? Answer for the person is definitely yes. 不可能他们讲 no. Impossible, they'll say no. They'll say yes. Right? So do you want to get a high ceiling? Of course. Do you want to get a high-end feeling? Yes. Do you want to get a very, very comfortable ID? Okay, that's what I'm going to go into later. Okay, these are the developers and the architect. I'm not going to go into them because we can actually find out in ERA Pro later. So I'm going to go to interior design. Now, I actually kind of sell a lot of the interior design whenever I'm engaged with clients in Arden because this is actually very important. Because buying a house is largely an emotional decision, right? Because the whole idea is you want to go back home, enjoy the home, be happy with the home. Right, so the interior design is very, very important. So of course, the inspiration that the ID gives. For those who have seen the show flat, you probably understand what I mean. So now for the Arden, I think what they want to highlight is to give you that very rising mood, okay, to make you feel fresh. Just imagine, right, you wake up in the morning, just raining finish, just rain finish. Okay, the feeling is very cool, very nice. The feeling you wake up is you feel like going back to sleep again. That is the Arden feel. No, I'm kidding, I'm joking. No, I don't mean that way. I mean that it's very fresh, refreshing. Okay, so the unique interior design, dawn. Okay, the dawn colors. What are dawn colors? Now, in short, I tell everyone straightforward, you got go Muji before now. You know Muji, right? Muji, you know, Muji, the brand. Okay, Muji is the very, very pastel color, very safe color, price very expensive one. Okay, must always relate with high end. I say Muji, right? So the whole Muji theme design, that's what I actually bring across to these clients. So you can see here, the laminate of the cabinetry doors is in this very nice beige color. The wood color and of course the countertops are all in a more warm and light tone. Very, very Muji. Okay, these are all the laminate colors. And the tiles, okay, porcelain tiles. Now, please, in my opinion, do not try to tell people that your tiles are marble, look alike porcelain tiles. You are just trying to be marble. You are not marble, very fake. Okay, it's beautiful porcelain tiles, hone finish, okay, with a powdery feeling underneath your feet. This is how I will describe these tiles. Okay, when you go to the show flat, please take out your shoes, please take out your socks, feel your feet under with the tiles. You get what I mean. It's a powdery feel underneath your feet. So for the kitchen and the PS and the balcony areas, it looks like this. But I want to bring attention, of course, to the bedroom. Bedroom is natural timber flooring. We are not using vinyl. We are not using laminate. Okay, no, why use laminate? We're not using vinyl. Vinyl is great, okay, but like any high-end projects in Singapore, we are using timber, and not just timber. We are using Burmese stick. Burmese stick. Okay, Burmese stick is actually one of the highest ranges of wood that you can find in today's market for your floorings to use. So rather than just using vinyl, we are using Burmese stick. Okay. Now, of course, in terms of like the mood image, this is the type of feel that you will get when you go in. I think some of you here have not seen, but when it's open, please make a point to go down and take a look. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Okay, you might even be 冲动 and want to buy a unit there yourself. If you want to do so, please approach us and we will advise you on how to do it and how to back the best unit. Okay, free consultation from all the DDs and ICs. All right, of course, rather than giving you Electrolux, all right, no, we are giving you Bosch. Okay, Bosch, like the same brands of same ranks of your Miele and of course your DD3. We are giving you Bosch German brands. Okay, for the induction hob, gas hob, in that integrated cooker hood, freestanding fridge, built-in oven, washer, cum dryer. Now, even this one can sell one. Do you know? I tell the clients, it's the client. So this one is actually a 99-year and it's the most value buy you will ever find in the in Singapore in 2023. What do you think are the appliances they'll be giving you? Will they be giving you what are appliances? So some of them tell me, I don't know, Samsung, Electrolux. No. They give you Bosch. Okay, German Bosch. Okay, so push you up a bit more. Okay, every time you say something good, right? Okay, increase by $50 PSF. The feeling goes up until you must learn how to sell Arden like it's a 2,300 PSF, but only selling you at, I'm not telling you now. Okay, later then I tell you. Okay, so for toilet, okay, the toilet will feel similar to this. Okay, very, very similar. Just that, of course, most of the walls are not marble. It's actually more towards the porcelain feel towards all this. Okay, and of course, for your sanitary wares and fittings, you get your water closet basin from Roca Hans Grohe. Must be German one. Okay, Frank is Swiss. This one is Swiss, but also near Germany, right? Teki is Italian. Okay, now I teach you a trick. If you cannot remember what country they are from, they are all from one source called Europe. European. Okay, European means high end, right? High end. That's how people generally feel. All right. Now, I really love to sell this closet. I tell you, when I see this picture, I high here. You know why? Okay, for who here? Okay, who here drive BMW one? BMW, raise our hand, raise our hand. Put a 7 in the chat. BMW fans, come, please raise out your hand. 请举手. 7. You all shy lah, you all don't bluff lah. I know some of you all drive BMW one. Okay, never mind. I know you all shy about it. Let me just share with you. You all go to BMW. Okay, go to PML. Now Eurocar also sell BMW. Okay, you go and tell them, the color, the shiny one, I don't like. I want the matte finishing one, which is called frozen colors. Frozen color. Then the salesman tell you, sir, ma'am, frozen color must add money one, must top up. So I want. Why? It's because it's a more high-end finishing, high-end color. So in the wardrobe here, right? Okay, you see here, this is actually in a frozen finishing. Okay, a frozen finishing. So this frozen finishing, right? Okay, it's very avant-garde. In my opinion, it's very beautiful. So it's actually a satin finish. I think more like a silverish bronze. Most bronze are silverish gold color. Okay, it's very, very nice. So hence that's why. Okay, it's actually very classy in my opinion. Hence that's why something that I really love to sell. Okay, if I know that your client drive BMW one, I will sure input, I will sure humdum this one inside. I tell them, hey, you go to BMW, you ask for what color. So you should ask for frozen, higher end. We have it for you in Arden. Okay, can understand? Okay, so this is actually the cabinetry. Don't worry, I'm finishing already. Okay. Okay, so of course for the master room, for those who likes to show off their bags, show off their watches, we have a tinted glass finishing for the master room, for the 4 bedrooms. Okay, very, very beautiful touch. For those, it was actually, this was same as in Facade. All right, but Facade no more already, very sad. Right, 3 units. No, don't have this one, don't have the 4 bedroom with this already, no more already, no already. I know, Facade still have 3 units, okay, just in case you all don't know. Facade at 2,000 plus PSF is a steal. Freehold near to 2 good schools. Yes. Okay. Now for common facilities, I'm not going to go too much. Same thing. You go down, you will feel like you're going into a Muji concept store. Okay. With all the even the gym, I feel like actually gym cannot be this color. Gym must be darker, more energized. This color, I go in right. I leave the dumbbell too tight, I lempe already because too comfortable already. No. Okay, but this is what the color would be. Okay. So and hence summary for that. All right, so I come to the end of my portion here. I hope you all have picked up something to share with your clients.